Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today for Making Progress with Mayor Leroy Sullivan. I'm happy today to have a special guest, someone that I watched grow up in the city of Donaldsonville as a little girl, and now she is this beautiful, bright young lady that is doing such great things. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself to some and present herself to others, as they say in the church, right? Because just tell us who you are and the reason you're here today.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Trinice Sanders Kinney. I am a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. I am board certified through the ANCC. So, Mayor, I am trained, I'm educated, highly skilled in treating mental health, whether that's anxiety, depression, addiction, whether that's alcohol, opiates, and even behavior. Adults dealing with ADHD, or even like oppositional defiant disorder. I treat a variety of population, geriatrics, 65 years old and up, adolescents, adults, and even kids. Many children suffer with anxiety, depression, autism, irritability. So 6 years on up, I treat those populations as well. I treat anxiety, panic disorder, PTSD, grief, addiction, as I told you before, opiates, alcohol abuse, insomnia, eating disorder, grief, depression, and bipolar. So today we're pulling back the curtain on mental health, what that really looks like for adults, the misunderstood, the stigma, and how we could combat all that. So
Right.
we could be honest that adulting is hard, and dealing with life in general can be very exhausting, especially with everything that's going on today in the world. Dealing with family, interpersonal relationship, conflict, even adverse life experiences, losing a job, financial instability, not able to pay bills. It can be complicated and challenging for everyone. So, as a psych NP, we are trained to treat a wide range of conditions, not just focusing on the condition, whether that's anxiety or depression, but just looking at that person as a whole, taking a holistic approach. What's contributing to that person anxiety and depression, and how we could better care for this person to the point where they are achieving stability or to achieve recovery, whether that's addiction or with opiates or alcohol. So, providing a holistic approach is very critical. So, the question I get asked a lot is what causes mental illness?
Mhm.
That's multifactorial. It could be genetics, it tends to run in family, it could be even environmental factors. Experiencing trauma as a
Mhm.
childhood, a lot of people don't realize that adverse childhood experiences,
Right.
being neglected, abandonment, um, having a parent that's been incarcerated in jail, that
Right.
could lead to adverse life experiences, and then that can develop into other conditions later on as adult,
Okay.
because your childhood
Good.
shapes you
Yes.
as an adult. So a lot of things go into what can cause mental illness, brain chemistry, changes in your brain chemistry, serotonin, glutamate, dopamine. So it's multifactorial
Yeah.
things that can cause
So,
mental
so
illness.
you mentioned something earlier. You was talking about PTSD,
PTSD, yes.
and a lot of people say, "Oh, that's not real or whatever," but it is
It
real,
is
and
real, yeah.
see it a lot in people that have served in the military, whether that have had severe trauma and all like
Right.
you're talking about, and I went to the doctor. I've been dealing with this for a very long time, and I had um, the test ran to see if I had
Right.
sleep apnea,
Mm-hmm.
and come to find out after three tests, I don't have sleep apnea,
Okay.
but I get in this position at night where I cannot move,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm conscious of what's going on, but I can't move. Excuse me. So they call it sleep paralysis.
Okay.
So when I went to the specialist and I got to talking, he said that my sleep paralysis is probably from the explosion that I had 25 years ago.
The trauma,
And when I worked,
correct.
because it started, it used to happen. I mean, when I was a kid, once uh, every few years or whatever, but then now it happens on a regular basis. And,
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
he connected that and tied it to PTSD, and I was
Yes.
like, really? And he was
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is really just something that
Right.
that affects you in different ways. So
It's not just for like a person like a veteran that's
right,
serving the army. It could be in it. It could be like you witnessing someone get killed.
right, yeah,
Uh, motor vehicle accident.
hmm
So yeah, it is real. It is real, and a lot of people don't realize that they have it
right,
until it's affecting them to the point where they can't function. You know. So
yeah, and it's a very scary feeling,
it
and
is.
so finally I was like, I need to find out what's going on. And for years, like I said, I've had three the sleep apnea test done,
Mm-hmm.
two at home and one where I stayed overnight, and then
Yeah.
finally it's like, no, you don't have sleep apnea.
So now
Uh,
we need to refer you to someone else.
yes,
Right.
and so now working on that, and I don't think there's any cure for it. He said he could put me on some
Yeah,
medication.
it have medication that can help because a lot of people with PTSD have problems with sleep.
Mhm.
They may have problems with anxiety or depression.
Yeah,
So, like I always tell people, medication is one piece of the puzzle.
that's correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you need therapy too, and they work good together.
yeah.
So, medication and therapy works good together.
So you started talking about all of the different traumas and how that can affect a person.
Later on.
Uh, so what do you say to someone, say a person that have always been, happy-go-lucky, uh, real joyful, spirit is always uplifted, and something happens, whether it's death of a loved one
Mm-hmm.
or something else, that their whole personality, their whole attitude, and everything change. Uh, what would you say to a person that went from being this great and lovable
As
person?
a just as a family member,
Yes.
as a family member,
At
is
first,
it
as a family member, and to that individual that may not
that
realize.
they yeah.
Yeah.
So open communication. That's very important. Sitting down, talking to that person, and letting them know, hey, look, I noticed a change in your behavior. Are you okay? And sometimes you go get a lot out of a person when you ask them those questions, and that person too has to be open
Yes.
to wanting the help. So if that person won't help, seek professional help. Maybe follow up with the primary care doctor, where the primary care doctor can refer them to a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner or a psychiatrist to see what's going on with that individual. And also, they may need medication or therapy. So,
Yes.
yeah, just having that open communication.
Yeah. And you talk about psychiatrists and all, and I'm gonna speak as a male
Okay.
and uh, African American male.
Okay.
We're tough. We don't have no problems. We don't have anything going on with us, right?
Right.
And after the explosion that I was in,
Mm-hmm.
I, I'd always say it, we'd always joke, I'll never kill myself.
Yeah.
There's no way. But then the explosion happened, and that was one of the things I thought about.
Yeah.
And when that happened, I realized I needed help.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went and I sought help. And the amazing thing about it was the things that I talked about were some of the things that happened to me when I was a kid. You know, and so
So
you
I'm glad you say that because any trauma it triggers.
right,
So it's gonna bring up stuff way back then that you had going on that you don't cover up because your
yeah,
mind is so good at protecting you.
right,
So it's like just taking your jacket off and hanging it up, and I like I'll come back to it. I'm gonna deal with it. But
right,
then when another trauma comes, then everything is exposed again.
right.
So now you have to deal with not only that trauma now in your life, but the trauma in the
In the
past.
past, yes,
So and like I tell people, like therapy is hard. I went through therapy for trauma, and it's hard. I've been through probably 3 counselors
Right.
because it's like you're shopping at a grocery store, you're looking for the
The
right
right one. Yeah,
watermelon.
that's right.
You don't know what you got it until you cut it. So you have to find that perfect fit.
Yeah.
You have to trust the person that you're confiding into.
That's
So
right.
it's
You
a
have to
trust.
be
So
comfortable with that person. Yeah.
don't quit therapy.
Yes.
It may take you 2 or 3 times to find that perfect fit for you, and it could be a lot. Therapy could be a lot, and it could be overwhelming and overbearing because it's
Hmm.
bringing up all the stuff that you had covered up. And so that's where I like to introduce medications to help the person just to function better to get through therapy. Um, but it could be a lot therapy, but at the end, it's very rewarding.
Yeah. So what do you say to a person? I don't want medication. I don't need medication. There's nothing wrong with me.
So the patient has the right to not want medication.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's try therapy.
Okay.
Let's try therapy. So I try to get the patient in therapy. I try to get them in therapy if they just want medication
Hmm.
because you need therapy to learn those coping skills.
That's right. Yes.
Like I say, I tell people all the time, medication is going to help you function better, but therapy is going to help you build those coping skills, um, build those boundaries. You need to have boundaries with certain people too. So all both of them work good together. So yeah, you need therapy, and medication will help you function better, so you could get through the therapy.
Yes. Okay. So we talked a little bit about um, family members seeing a change in you. So let's talk about the person themselves. They
Yes.
know something is wrong, but they're trying to mask it. They're trying to keep it from family members, but they know deep down inside there's something not right. Their mental thought process is they know the things that they're thinking about. It's not normal. What would you say to someone that may
What would I say
watch
to
this?
that family
Well,
member
to
or
the
that
person,
person?
to that person, because we talked a little bit about the family, or asking them if they're
Okay.
okay or whatever. But what if the person is just holding it all in it, and someone is watching this Facebook broadcast? What would you say to that person to get
I
them to
always say the
come
person has
forward
to
help?
be has to want the help, but sometimes they may not be in the right
Mind
mind.
to even know they need it,
Need the
right?
help, and if they're a danger to themselves, then that's when we need to step in and reach out for help. And that could be going to your local emergency if the person is threatening to harm themselves, or you feel like they're not tending to the ADLs, not eating, sleeping, or maybe they're making bizarre statements, hallucinations. Then you could call your local coroner's office
Hmm.
and have that person PEC. A police officer will pick up that person and bring them to the emergency room and have them evaluated by a psychiatrist because that person is not in their right mind. They need help and they may need to stay in the hospital for a couple of days to get stabilized. So you have that right as like a family member. Be like, hey, he needs help. I need you to PEC him and have they'll take him and have that person evaluated by a psychiatrist so they can, get the help that they need.
Okay.
Because many a times the person don't want the help, and it could be a person who's suffering with addiction. They may be using, so that alone is a danger to self.
Okay.
And so,
So you have a person that, as you talked about addictions, so they went from being this normal person, maybe let's just say a social drinker every once in a while. Now they're constantly drinking, or now they're into other drugs and alcohol together. Their whole lifestyle has changed.
probably
To the
substance abuse. They using more than one drug to cope.
yes.
No telling what they're dealing with, but they're using it as a coping mechanism. And just trying to sit down and just have that open communication with that person to encourage them. And it's not easy because sometimes if you deal with a person who abuses alcohol, they don't think they have a problem.
Right. Yeah.
And those are the most difficult to deal with because the first thing you do when you go to AA, you have to admit that you have a problem, and
Mm-hmm.
most of the time they don't, and sometimes it could be a revolving cycle, in and out, in and out, in and out. So, as family, we have to be supportive. If the person decides, hey, they want to go to rehab, then we support them.
Right.
If they drop out of rehab and wants to go back, then we support them. It's a
Mm-hmm.
revolving cycle, but we try to have that open communication. Try to get them in therapy, medication. Um, but it could be difficult dealing with somebody with alcohol abuse because they don't recognize that they need the help, and then if they're to the point where it's impactful to their life, and then like I say, you have a right to, as a family member, to get that person evaluated by a psychiatrist, admitted to a hospital so they could detox. And once they're at the hospital, social services, social workers, psychiatrists may come in and talk to that person, ask them, hey, do you want to go to rehab? And then they have the right to refuse if they want to go to
Yeah.
rehab or not. So yeah, it could be difficult, but we have to just keep on being supportive through the whole process and just hoping that person change.
And I think the key is that person have to want to
They
change.
have to want to,
You know, mom, dad, siblings can say, "Oh, you need to go get help. You need to get yourself straight.
because
You
if I
need to."
could drag some people and
Yeah,
bring them into
yeah.
certain places, I probably would, but I can't.
Right.
But
Yeah,
yeah, they have to want the help,
that's it. Yeah.
and some of them just don't realize that they have a problem. So that's the heartbreaking thing of it, because we see it, but they don't see
Yeah.
it.
And I think the success rate is a lot higher when people get to the point where they realize they need help and they want it themselves versus somebody
The pushing
saying,
them,
"Yeah,
because
you're gonna
sometimes they
go
get to the
because
point
yeah,
where they just tired of
yeah,
just doing it,
yes,
and then they want help.
yeah,
Yeah, so it could be difficult dealing with a person with addiction because it's a revolving cycle. So we just have to be supportive when they want the help, get them the help. Where it's to a point where they're gonna kill themselves, or they're drinking too much or doing too much, then we could have them evaluated, or go to a hospital for help.
okay." So, where do you work? Uh,
Currently, I'm working different places through agency. I'm still
okay,
working as a registered nurse. I'm going through the credentialing process of getting credentialing. I should be finished that within 3 weeks.
okay,
Um, I plan on working at the hospital, West Ascension
hmm,
Parish Hospital, as the psychiatric nurse practitioner there, seeing patients.
very good. Yes.
Mhm.
So, uh, gonna work home. Yeah, Downsville is home.
Yeah, I
Work
love
home. Yeah.
Donsonville. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Well, the only reason I asked that question because some people might be, well, I like what she's saying. I want to go and talk to her because hopefully people see this broadcast and say, well, this is somebody I can talk to.
Yeah,
This is
and
somebody that may be able to relate to me.
right.
Especially here. Oh, she's from Downsville, where they might be. Well,
and
she
and
might understand
and
me
people want
better.
someone that they can relate to.
Yeah.
I am an open book. I
Right.
don't deal with depression, anxiety, and trauma, so I could sympathize and
Hmm.
empathize more with people.
Right.
Yeah. So also I have a couple of things I would like to some healthy tips.
Okay.
If anyone is experiencing suicidal thoughts, they could call 988 suicide, or text 988 is 24/7. Also, we need to just be kind to our body and our mind. Exercise, eating the right foods, limiting alcohol, connecting with others, families and friends, and just trying to break the stigma of mental health. I think podcasts, just to talk about mental health, are very important because they could impact listeners about mental health awareness. So I thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward to talking more about mental health in the community and meeting others in the community as well.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming on to this broadcast and sharing such vital information. We want to thank the Donaldsonville Lions Club for, suggesting that you come on and talk
Hmm.
about mental health. And we want people to know that the Donaldsonville Lions Club is live and well here in the city of Donaldsonville. Our president, Ms. Tamikio Francis Garrison, she have taken off, and she's doing so many
Yeah.
great things with the Lions Club. So if you want to become a member of the Donaldsonville Lions Club, you can contact me. You can contact Mr. Mikio Garrison. Mr. Devin Allen is our recruiter. I
Okay, I didn't
think
know
yeah.
that.
So
Okay,
so
go
yeah.
ahead,
So
Devin.
so we got yeah. So
Y'all got,
we got the old in me. We got the middle in
and
Tamikio, and we
I'm
got
so
the
excited. I'm so
yeah.
excited that the Donaldsonville will have someone just full time for mental health.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So.
and we know that it affects every family,
Oh
and
yeah. Everyone.
and that's
Everyone.
what I'm going to say. If you probably look back over your life,
Mm.
uh, you've had some mental health issues at some point. It have affected you at some
Oh
point in
yeah.
time in your life, and and I guess one of the things that I would say is we have to be very careful, mindful of even the things that we say
To
to our
others,
children.
to children,
You
yes, because
know,
they were,
growing
yeah.
up,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
we're talking about adults, but an adult was a child at some point in time, and
And
just the stuff, you would hear people, say, "Oh, you'll never amount to nothing,"
yeah.
and
And what does
I'm
that do?
I'm saying that because I was told that I would never amount to anything.
Hmm.
I would never be anything
Right.
in life.
I was told the
You
same
know,
thing. Yeah.
yes, and look, praise
and it
God, looking
and
at
it
the
does
both of
hurt.
us,
Yeah, and it
it
does affect you.
it
Yes.
definitely hurts.
Yes.
But at the same time, you hear people say, "Oh, you'll never be nothing. You're gonna be just like your daddy, or
Oh
you're
yeah.
gonna be just like your mom, or whatever." And those type of things stay with you.
It
And then
does.
some people say, "Well, they're not expecting me to be anything,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna be. You know, I'm not gonna try to become anything in my life." Where I took the other road, and I say, "Well, I'm gonna prove them wrong."
Yeah. Me too.
You know,
Hmm.
I'm gonna prove them that
I am
I am
somebody.
somebody,
Yeah. And I
and I can be whatever I put my heart and my desire to be.
correct.
And I think that what I'm saying is so that be careful with the things that you
You
say.
to be kind
Yeah,
to
to
your children.
children.
Speak positive
That's
and
correct.
light into them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Yeah.
true.
And be supportive
So yeah,
of them, and if they're going wrong, they're going astray, have that conversation,
sit
have
them
that
down
dialogue with them. Even with adults, if you have a sibling, something
because
that,
adults need
that
village too. A
yes,
village too.
to
We
raise
do.
them. That's right. So
Because
go
it could be
speak
hard
to them.
raising children these days. They got so much stuff. They into things. So yeah,
Well,
we need villages
and
too.
then everybody in every family there is someone that's that go-to person, right?
Yeah,
That if things are going wrong, or
they go to
something
that
going
one
on,
person,
yeah,
huh?
that person,
But we
yeah,
have to have somebody that we could go
go
to
to it.
too.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
understand that we need somebody every once in a
yeah,
while to go to
yeah.
ourselves. Sometimes people just figure, well, I can just lay it all on their
And
shoulders
I
and they can handle
appreciate,
it.
I appreciate that you could come to me and
Yeah,
stuff like that. It makes me happy that you have an outlet
yes,
and you looking, to me. So that's good too. But we have to have
right,
an outlet, somebody that we could talk to too.
right.
Yeah.
So there's a few things I wanna talk about to remind everyone of. We're going to start with uh, tomorrow, October the 10th. We know that we have some football games that are slated. Donaldsonville High will be traveling to Brewley to
All
play
right, go
Brewley.
Tigers.
And tomorrow, Ascension Catholic will be playing against Ascension Christian. So we have those two games on tomorrow. Also have a, a note here from CF. They will be having um, a meeting, an open house, featuring the CF Point, Blue Point project, which will be taking place in the Modest, Louisiana area. They will have this open house meeting on October the 13th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Modest Park, which is located at 7139 LA Highway 405. They're asking the people in the Modest area to come out to find out more about the project that CF will be having in the Modest area. Also, the West Ascension Parish Hospital, uh, the Ladies Auxiliary will be celebrating breast cancer awareness. They will have a tea in pink on Tuesday, October the 14th, starting at 6 o'clock p.m. at West Ascension Parish Hospital, which is located at 301 Memorial Drive here in Donaldsonville. And it will be in the conference room in the administrative building. Um, the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office, the Sheriff's Office, along with the WAG Center and the Grandparents Raising Grand Children, they are recognizing Breast Cancer Awareness and Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Um, they will have an event on Wednesday, October the 15th, starting at 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. At the Study Commons, which is located at 1221 McGinnis Street here in the city of Donaldsonville. So wear your pink and your purple. So we just want to make sure, and I'm sure, uh, Mike, you got a picture of our wreath that we have with our pink and purple wreath in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month and Domestic Violence Month as well. Also, don't forget on October the 25th, there will be a Family Fit Fest at Crescent Park starting at 10 o'clock a.m. My guests last week, they talked about this event. They're going to have uh, line dancing, Zumba, cardio, kickboxing, yoga, nutritional meals, door prizes, and more. This is going to take place at Crescent Park on October the 25th, starting at 10 a.m. So come out and get some exercise in. Uh, you line dance?
I wish I did. I don't know how.
Don't know how. Well, welcome to the club.
I just
Okay.
moved.
Yeah. I just watch.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, the St. John Parish Sheriff's Office and the WAG Center will have a Halloween costume giveaway on October the 25th from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. And again, this will take place at the Study Commons, which is located at 1221 McGinnis Street. The Boo in the Badge, Halloween, that the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office put on every year. This year, the Sheriff's Department is in partnership with Hyundai Steel in order to present the Boo and the Badge, where they have the candy giveaway. I can tell you that it is always a great turnout. It will be on Friday, October the 31st, on Halloween Day from 6 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. And this will take place at the WAG Center, which is located at 1201 McGinnis Street. And you hear me say 1221 for the Study Commons and 1201 for the WAG Center. Both are on the same campus, so you can't go wrong by getting to one of those addresses. So there'll be music, there'll be food, there'll be lots of candy for the kids. Yours truly will be there handing out candy as well. I do have a list of events for the West Ascension Parish Hospital events that are going on. The first one is tomorrow, October the 10th. There will be a sock hop at the Lemon Center, and this is for senior citizens. Every time they have a sock hop at the Lemon Center, the crowd is getting larger. There will be music and food. So please come out to the Lemon Center on tomorrow for the sock hop from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Council on Agents will be having their uh, annual summit, health summit, at Lamar Dixon in Gonzales on October the 16th from 7:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. On October 23rd, excuse me, there will be a leadership retreat from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And October the 25th, Healthy Ascension Family Fit Fest, which I talked about at Crescent Park. Um, Also, October the 30th, there'll be their annual Employee Skills Fair at the hospital. So there are some events that are coming up at West Ascension Hospital, and they're being more involved in the community, and we just want to support them in all that they are doing. Also, the Downsville Elks Club would like to invite you to um, the Veteran Day program, which will be scheduled on Tuesday, November the 11th at 8:20 a.m. at Ascension of Our Lord Catholic Church here in the city of Donaldsonville. The Avenue Stroll and the Christmas tree lighting will take place on November the 22nd. We will be bringing you more information on that as well. The Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office have started accepting applications for their Christmas crusade. The application period began on October the 1st and will go through November the 21st. Remember the deadline to fill out your application is November the 21st. If you need more information, you can contact Sergeant Misty Turner at 225-621-8827. Again, this is their flyer representing, looking for people to fill out for the Christmas Crusade. And this is their application. We have it here at City Hall if you want to stop by to get an application as well. Don't forget, November the 8th, we have our 5K uh, run along with our 1 mile fun run. Uh, so you're going to come in and be a part of the.
Of course.
Okay, so you're going to run the 5 miles?
I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I'll try.
Well, you can do like I did. I walked most of the
You
five
walk
miles, and then
at the end. You start running.
the last block. But it's going to be on November the 8th. Registrations start at that Saturday morning at 6:30 a.m. Registration and sign in. The 1 mile fun run starts at 8 a.m. and then at 8:30 a.m. is the 5K run, which will start. Last year was the first year that we had it, and there was over 300 people that
Oh
came
wow.
and participated here in Donaldsonville. People from Baton Rouge, New Orleans, all over, and all of the funds goes to the local art here in the city of Donaldsonville. So please come out and be a part of that as well. Um, the last thing I want to leave you with is talking about mental health and the city of Donaldsonville. I just want to tell you that we need to make sure that we take care of our minds because that is just as important as taking care of the rest of our body. You know, uh, mentally, if we're not uh, fit mentally, then the rest of us will suffer. The rest of our body will suffer. So we know that life can be challenging. We know, as you said, Mr. Nice, there are things that happen in your life that may trigger things that may be years down the road before it comes it, and manifests itself and start to affect the way that you live and interact with people. So we just want to let you know that it is real, and we want to make sure that we do everything that we can in order to help. So if you need help, you said that the number is what 988.
988. That's the suicide and crisis hotline, or they could text 988. They also could go to their local mental health
Right.
agency. Um, Follow with the primary care doctor, so the primary care doctor could coordinate the care of following up that patient with a psychiatrist, mental health nurse practitioner, following up with a counselor.
So let's continue to lift up each other, check in on our friends and neighbors,
Correct.
and remind one another that no one has to face life struggles alone. No one have to face life struggles alone. Together we can build a stronger, a kinder, and healthier Donaldsonville, one conversation at a time. So it's okay uh, to not be okay, and it's okay to ask for
For
help.
help. Yeah.
So again, thank you for watching this broadcast.
And,
Thank you,
and thank you
ma'am.
so much for sharing your personal experience. I appreciate that. More people need to they need to hear
Well,
that
yes,
and see men talk about mental health.
and I at the Memorial Day celebration this year, I talked about the explosion, and 25 years later, every year on May 24th, I talked about how I go in this dark place mentally, and I never talked about that before. My
Is
daughter
it
was
therapy
there.
to you now? Like is it?
It's well, it's just something that I deal with, and all of my daughter was there, and she was like, "I've never heard you say anything about it. I never know that you felt like that." They just knew I
Yeah.
wanted to be alone on that
Yeah.
day, but but I've learned how to deal with it, cope with it. Next day,
In a
I'm back
positive.
to being
That's good. And
the
that's what
same
it's all
person,
about.
but I understand and I recognize it, and I think a
Yeah.
lot of people
And I'm
once
glad you
you,
say that
yeah,
because it may not go away, but you, like you say, you know how you recognize it. So you
yes,
have self awareness and you have those coping skills to deal with.
right.
That's what it's all about.
So
Yeah.
but thank you. Thank you
Well,
again. Thank you for watching this
yeah.
Facebook
Thank
Live
y'all.
broadcast. Remember, you can catch us on Facebook Live every Thursday when I'm available, right, Mike? Sometimes I have to cancel it, but it is always a pleasure to just inform the people of what's going on in the city of Donaldsonville, and also to have special guests like yourself to come and share with us. Uh, I salute and I applaud you. I'm
Well, thank
so
you. I
proud of
appreciate that.
you when you got your
Thank
masters.
you.
I was there to
Clap for me,
congratulate.
huh?
Yes, it's just a wonderful feeling to see
And
people from
it feels
Donaldsonville that's
good
there.
to give back
Yes,
and everybody know who I am. So I
that's it.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, and remember that let's pray for one another. Let's keep everyone lifted up. Let's pray for better Donaldsonville, and that we grow and grow strongly together. So God
Yes.
bless you and keep you is always my prayer.